Hi everyone! So in today's video I wanted to talk about post-university and the kind of step after that they don't necessarily tell you about when they advertise university, and people just don't seem to talk about it because I guess everybody goes in such different directions that it's hard to kind of consolidate it to one thing. Because it isn't. It's like everybody does completely different things, and I get that, but I feel like some of the emotions are gonna be really similar. Some of the like hurdles that people come across are gonna be very alike, and so I just wanted to talk about like my experience and what I've done to try and minimize the uni blues, if they are such a thing. But yeah, I just thought it would be more of a kind of chit chat. I haven't done a video like this before, so I got myself a cup of tea. So for me, university was a great experience. I made amazing friends. I really did enjoy my degree. I can't say I enjoyed like the 14-hour university like library sessions, but on a whole it was like amazing, and I didn't go too far away from home, which was great for me, so I could come back and like see my family and things like that. And then it ended. Literally the 3 years were over. I just couldn't believe that time had gone by that quick. Like at first, when I first started uni, I thought I'm never gonna make it to the end. Like time is going so slowly. I'm a fresher, when will I ever feel like a third year? But I did, and it just came around. And then we graduated and we had like such an amazing day, like took so many photographs all together, and then everybody kind of goes their separate ways. It's really strange. So some people would like move to London and like chase the kind of London life. Other people moved back home. Other people did masters. Some people went traveling. Like nobody was doing similar things. So it's really hard to kind of like rein it in and keep contact with everybody that you want to, because in some cases it's just harder than others. So for me, like I still have a really solid group of friends from uni, and I literally treasure like our WhatsApp group, because like at least like every other day somebody says something and I'm just like, oh, I miss them guys. But I have like felt lonely. Like it's not normal, I don't know the right word. It's not unusual to feel this way, because for me, I moved back home and quite a few of my friends also moved back home, but the circle of people that you had before uni isn't necessarily there, and without all the same people it just doesn't feel the same. So it's hard to kind of connect in the same way, and for those memories of like feeling like included in something to feel the same when it's not the same people, if that makes sense. So I've felt lonely. All my friends kind of live not in Bath. Some of them are in London, some of them are like still in Southampton. Like they are all over literally the world, like not even just the country. One of my friends is like traveling and she's been away since like January, so it's been like a really weird kind of period, especially since Christmas, where we just haven't seen each other. And I think that is hard to deal with, because you go from living with someone and like literally we did everything together at uni. Like we did a small course and we were just with each other all the time, and then with everything that's also changing, that's another thing that changes. So like your whole life is changing. Like you're going from education to something completely different, or you might be doing a master's or something, but it's not the same. So I think it's completely normal to feel that way, and I just encourage people to like find a hobby or find like another outlet where you can make friends. So whether that be like work, or whether it be like rekindling friendships from like school or something like that, just like make an effort to make sure that you're socializing and that you have people to kind of reach out to, and try and stay in contact with your uni friends, because I would be like lost without our WhatsApp group and without that group of friends. Like they mean an awful lot, and I think it's hard for them not to when we spent like 3 years together. So yeah, just like in contact and just get out there and make friends. Another feeling that I've kind of had, and I've spoken to some of my friends and they've also had it, so I don't think I'm the only one, but almost feeling like not inferior, but you're not challenged, and you're not like using your brain, so you kind of just don't feel as satisfied with what you're doing as you did. So for me, like, I did a lot of statistics, and I loved statistics in that there was like a right and a wrong answer, and you had to try so hard, and you might get it wrong like 12 times, and then when you get it right, it's just like such a good feeling. And then a lot of like my friends and myself have like gone to a retail environment, which, don't get me wrong, like is great. Like, it's not easy, but it's not what you're used to. And I didn't take a gap year or like have a gap in education, and so I'd always been used to like exams, tests, essays, like I'm being tested. And I hate to say that like people put a value like on your knowledge through a number, because I don't like it at all, but it kind of gave you that like spur to go and be better, if that makes any sense. Like, if I got like 50 in a test, then I'd want to know how I could make it 70 and things like that. So I was a perfectionist in some ways, and I like wanted to be right. But yeah, I think it's just that feeling of like, if you don't go into something that's like uni related or academic or like further education, I think it just adds to that kind of feeling of being lost, where you're not being challenged, and like you almost don't know what your purpose is, because you don't know how to kind of measure your growth. I don't know if this makes sense. I find it really hard to articulate myself sometimes. Yeah, but I don't think I'm alone in that. Like, I think quite a few people can feel like you're taking a step back, because leading on to the next thing, employment. I feel in some ways you are misled at uni, and it might be that I'm not trying hard enough to find like an academic or like a graduate job, and it might be like I just don't like the look of them, I don't know. But they give you all this like post-university like employment talks and like workshops and everything like that, and I would say without a shadow of a doubt, more than half of like my cohort are doing unrelated jobs to their degree, if that makes sense. They just haven't found what they want, and I think that can be hard, because at uni, if you're doing well, you can feel like, you know, you're gonna walk out and it's gonna just like fit into your hand and you're gonna get a job. It's not like that. It's really hard. I think it's just like reality really hits you after university, and you can kind of be in a bubble for 3 years and it's great, and then you step out and you're like, whoa. I think like the best thing you can do, and what I've been trying to do, is kind of set goals and set like targets for yourself to just give yourself that kind of routine back. What was this? So even if it's like within your work, like just challenge yourself and push yourself to be better, and then you kind of start to get a little bit of that satisfaction of kind of like getting a good essay back, or like passing a test really well, and try and find something you're passionate about and just chase it, because we're so young. You shouldn't think that you have to do something based on your degree, because you know you enjoyed that and you gained something from it, so but it doesn't mean you have to do it. Branch out and just jump into something like 2 feet first. Just go for it. You're not going to get an opportunity like this, like with this much freedom, probably ever again. So just go and do something you love, and don't worry about these feelings of kind of loneliness and like purpose and independence. Like, they're completely normal, and I think it's just like you had this sphere and then it cracked and you have to like rebuild it, and just like reach out to your friends and be like, can we organize a meetup? And I know they're hard, like we're the worst group at meeting up, but just knowing that people want to meet up and like having a conversation can mean a lot to someone. Post uni kind of sucks, and it really does, but you have to use it as an opportunity to kind of build something good. Just take all the best bits of uni and incorporate them into like your new chapter. But I hope that this is a relatable video. I hope it shows people that you're not alone if you feel the same way that I do, or the same way that all my friends do. I'm gonna go now and message my friends, but I hope you all have a really good day, and I will see you on Monday.